We spend so much time looking at, the external battles, the competition, the market, all the complexity out there. We think those are the biggest walls to success.
Right.
But if our sources are right, the real sabotage, the most powerful kind, isn't happening out there at all. It's happening inside our own heads.
That's the absolute core of it. We're talking about these internal deadly attitude diseases.
Silent killers.
Yes, silent killers that are almost designed to just destroy all the good things you try to start. And you have to be wise, sure, but the source is so clear on this, you have to be careful about what you let in.
And what gives this advice so much weight is that the author isn't just some observer on a hill.
Not at all. He says he's had them all, been beaten by them.
Right.
This is advice from the trenches, which makes it, pretty compelling.
Excellent, even. And that's our mission today. We're going to do a deep dive into the first 3 of these saboteurs. These are the ones that stop you from making that crucial leap from just being interested to taking confident, real action. We're talking about indifference, indecision, and self-doubt.
Conquer these 3 and you really start to unlock forward movement.
Okay, so let's start where failure so often begins. Indifference.
The shrug of the shoulder.
Exactly. The disease of the unconcerned. You can hear the mindset, right? Well, I can't see getting all that worked up about this.
And we've all been there.
Of course. But it's this acceptance of just drifting, of aimlessness.
And that aimlessness is the fundamental flaw. It guarantees mediocrity. The sources have this perfect line for it.
What's that?
You cannot drift to the top of the mountain.
That's good.
Think about it. Nobody accidentally becomes excellent. Success, any kind of summit, it takes intent, it takes effort. Indifference isn't neutral, it's a slow slide down.
So if it's that corrosive and it's defined by a lack of effort, what's the cure? The source material is pretty aggressive on this one.
It is. The cure is to pour it on.
Pour on.
Put everything you've got, every single ounce of commitment into everything you do.
Now that sounds a little like just try harder.
But it's not. It's so much more strategic. It's not about finding the perfect thing to work on first. It's about maximizing your effort right where you are in this moment, no matter how tedious the task seems.
Okay, so why is that strategic?
Because it creates a rapid feedback system.
A feedback system. Tell me more about that.
It's a filter. If you pour everything you have into that report you're writing or that meeting or whatever it is, one of 2 things has to happen, and it happens fast.
Okay.
Either that intense effort creates momentum, it opens a door you didn't see, and you move up right there. Or it makes it painfully, immediately obvious that this is not the right place for you, that you need to be doing something else entirely.
So you get an answer. You're not just lingering for months or years wondering if you should quit.
Exactly. It forces a conclusion.
And that just completely smashes that common delusion, doesn't it? The one the source warns about.
The if-only delusion.
Yeah. If I had a better job, then I'd really pour it on. Or once I get that promotion, then I'll be engaged. It sounds like a total trap.
It is the trap. You're waiting for the outside world to change your internal attitude, but it's backward. The attitude shift has to come first.
So the cure starts now with whatever's in front of you. You just pour it on with 100% effort.
That's the only way to break the habit.
I can hear someone listening right now, though, pushing back.
Okay.
They're saying, isn't this just martyrdom? I'm in a genuinely miserable job. Why should I give 100% to something I know I need to leave?
It's a fair question, but the source reframes it. The effort isn't about serving the terrible task. It's about serving your own personal standard of excellence.
So you're building a muscle.
You are building the muscle of discipline. That's the muscle you carry with you to the next thing, the better thing. If you only give 50% now because the job is bad, you're just training yourself to be a 50% person later, even when the job is good.
The indifference becomes the habit, not just a reaction.
Precisely.
Okay, so we beat indifference with total commitment. That's a huge step. But once you're engaged, you can hit the next wall.
Indecision.
Yeah. If indifference is the shoulder shrug, indecision is, it's mental paralysis.
Being on the fence.
Right. Everyone knows that feeling.
Yeah.
You know you have to move, a decision needs to be made, but you just can't pick a side.
It all comes down to one paralyzing question.
What if I'm wrong?
What if I get off on the wrong side? The fear of a mistake becomes bigger than the pain of staying put. We get stuck in analysis paralysis.
But the advice from the sources here is, well, it's pretty radical, almost shocking.
It is. It says that after a certain point, it doesn't matter.
Just get off the fence.
Just get off. Any side will do.
Yeah.
The best way to live is one way or the other.
That feels reckless.
It sounds it, but it's not advocating for carelessness. It's prioritizing momentum over perfection. The second you act, you get information you could never, ever get while just sitting there thinking.
So the cost of staying still is almost always higher than the cost of making a wrong move.
Oh, almost always. And what's really fascinating is how the material flips the script on being wrong. It argues that if you do pick the wrong direction, you find out quicker.
Because the feedback is immediate.
It's immediate, and it's often painful, which forces you to correct course fast. You accelerate your learning.
But, okay, let's play devil's advocate. A huge decision, right? Buying a house, a career change. We can't just apply an any side will do attitude to that. That seems dangerous.
And that's the right challenge. This advice isn't about skipping your homework. It's about breaking the habit of paralysis when you're already stuck.
So after the due diligence is done.
Yes. When you've analyzed 2 good options for weeks and you're still agonizing, the real enemy is the lost time, not the slight difference between the options. Get off the fence.
So the adventure of life that the source talks about isn't about being right all the time.
No, it's about being full of decisions.
Yeah.
And by extension, full of mistakes.
Because the wrong decisions give you better experience to make better decisions later on.
That's the key takeaway. If you're struggling with this, you have to reverse your focus. Stop trying to get out of decisions and start trying to get into as many as possible. Action is the only cure for paralysis.
Okay, that brings us to the third disease.
Well,
We've moved from the failure to engage to the failure to act. Now we go deeper.
to the thing that poisons the well before you even start.
Doubt. The source calls it like a plague, specifically self-doubt.
One of the worst of them all.
It's that nagging voice, isn't it? Doubts if your success will last. Doubts if you can really do this. Doubts if you're good enough.
And the chronic excellent self-doubter. I mean, that's a powerful phrase. It's someone who does incredible damage to their own potential.
They have the skill, but they're constantly cutting the legs out from under themselves.
It's a huge anchor. If you don't believe deep down that you deserve success, your subconscious will find a way to make sure you never get it. Or if you do, you'll sabotage it pretty quickly.
So if doubt is this dark side of the coin, how do we fight it? The solution sounds simple, but I'm guessing it's not easy.
The solution is to turn this coin over and become a believer.
It's an intentional act.
A discipline. You are choosing to change the fundamental operating system of your mind. And yes, believe in your team, your mission, but the source is clear. The major thing to believe in is yourself.
Your own capacity to handle what's coming.
Right. And there's a sequence here that's critical. The material says the understanding of self-worth is the beginning of progress.
The beginning of progress. So it comes first.
It has to come first.
That completely inverts how we usually think about it. We think, when I achieve X, then I'll feel worthy.
Exactly. We see worthiness as the reward for progress. But the source says it's the prerequisite. It's the fuel for action.
Because you can't move forward if every step is a debate about whether you deserve to take it.
Or just wasting energy.
Yeah.
Turning the coin over means you make a conscious choice every day to act as if you are worthy of success, long before it shows up.
Okay, but let's get real for a second. Many people feel unqualified for a reason. You look at your bank account, your resume, you see evidence of struggle. Isn't just deciding to be a believer a form of delusion?
It's not delusion. It's choosing to focus on your capacity, not your history. Self-worth isn't based on your past achievements. It's based on your present intent.
Your potential to learn and adapt.
Exactly. You stop debating whether you're worthy and you start focusing that mental energy on getting better. Doubt consumes energy. Belief frees it up.
So the most successful people aren't the ones who have no doubt.
No. They're the ones who have just mastered the discipline of turning that coin over faster and acting on the side of belief.
So we have these 3 powerful diseases: indifference, the failure to engage; indecision, the failure to move; and self-doubt, the failure to believe.
And the common thread through all of them is this deep passivity, this fear.
And these are just the first 3. The sources also list others: worry, overcaution, pessimism, complaining.
And you could do a deep dive on each one. But the ultimate defense against all of them comes from one fundamental place.
It's not about working harder, is it?
No, it's about thinking better. The source argues poor thinking habits keep most people poor, not poor working habits. Most people work hard. They just don't think hard about what they're thinking about.
That shifts the entire battlefield.
Yeah.
The war isn't in the office, it's in your mind. Which brings us to this powerful analogy.
The mind as a mental factory.
Explain that.
Your mind is a factory. It takes in raw materials and produces a finished product, which is your life. And everything you think about all day long, that's you pouring ingredients into the factory.
So if you're consuming worry and doubt and negative news...
You're pouring poison into the machine. If you're consuming constructive ideas, goals, belief, you're pouring in the good stuff, the sugar.
And the output, the life you build, is just a direct result of the input.
It is the devastatingly simple principle. As you think, so you become. The products of that factory, the thoughts, build the economic, social, financial fabric of your life.
It doesn't matter if the poison came from an enemy or a well-meaning friend.
The result is the same. You have to take responsibility for the ingredients. Indifference is putting nothing in. Indecision is jamming the gears. Self-doubt is stamping the final product worthless.
Which brings us to the final, practical piece of advice. The daily action for you, the listener, to protect that mental factory. This is the final thought to leave you with.
Every day, stand guard at the door of your mind.
You are the gatekeeper, the curator. Yeah. You have to choose the ingredients that build your future. And that vigilance, that's the real key. The war is won with wise and careful thinking. Go stand guard.